My dad gave $120,000 for his degree, but refused to help me start my business. Now when the business is doing good, my parents are begging me for the money that I never owed them. I'm 24 now. When my brother Eric turned 18, Dad took him to Morton's Steakhouse to celebrate his Stanford acceptance letter. I was 14, sitting across from them while Dad ordered a $200 bottle of wine. He raised his glass and announced he'd be covering everything. Tuition, dorm, meal plan, even a used Audi for campus. I did the math later. $120,000 total. Eric didn't even say thank you, just nodded like it was expected. 4 years later, Eric graduated with a business degree and immediately moved back home. Dad set him up with an office in our finished basement. Bought him a MacBook Pro, a Herman Miller chair, paid for his CPA exam prep courses. Another $15,000 easy. I graduated high school that same year. 3.8 GPA. Won a regional scholarship for $5,000. Dad's only comment was, well, at least that'll cover your first semester at community college. I didn't go to community college. I got a job at Home Depot making $14 an hour and started teaching myself furniture restoration through YouTube videos. Spent my evenings at estate sales buying broken chairs for $10, fixing them up in my grandpa's garage, selling them for $150 on Facebook Marketplace. When I turned 21, I had 3 serious clients lined up. A lawyer wanted his great-grandfather's desk restored. An interior designer needed 8 dining chairs refinished for a model home. A retired couple wanted their entire bedroom set redone. Total contracts, $8,400. I just needed $8,000 for proper tools and 6 months rent on a small workshop space I found. The math worked perfectly. I'd break even in 2 months. Profit after that. I made a business plan, printed it out, put it in a binder, highlighted the revenue projections. Waited until Sunday dinner when everyone was together. I slid it across the table to Dad. I want to show you something. He was cutting his steak. Didn't even look up. What is it? A business plan. Custom furniture restoration. I've got clients ready to pay. I just need $8,000 to get started. I'll pay you back in 6 months with interest. Eric laughed. Actually laughed out loud. You're gonna make furniture? What are you, Amish? Dad finally glanced at the binder, flipped through maybe 2 pages. Eric's starting his MBA at USC next month. Money's tight. Maybe you should try getting a real job first instead of this hobby thing. I looked at Mom. She just stared at her plate. That night, I called my grandpa. He met me for breakfast the next morning at Denny's, listened to everything, and wrote me a check for $3,000 on the spot. It's not much, but it's what I can do. Make it work. I made it work. Bought used tools off Craigslist. Found a cheaper workshop space, basically a storage unit with electricity. Worked my Home Depot shifts, then worked on furniture until 2 a.m. every night. Ate ramen for 8 months straight. Within a year, I had a waiting list. Within 2 years, I was pulling $180,000 annually and had hired 2 employees. I moved into a real workshop space. Bought a truck. Paid Grandpa back with an extra $2,000 as thanks. Dad never asked about the business, not once. Meanwhile, Eric's MBA cost another $90,000. Dad paid for all of it. After graduation, Eric started a consulting firm with 2 of his classmates. Dad invested $50,000 as a startup partner. The firm lasted 11 months before they dissolved it. Eric blamed his partners. Moved back into the basement office. Started looking for opportunities. Last week, my phone rang. Dad's number. I almost didn't answer. Hey, your mother and I need to talk to you about something. I waited. We're having some financial trouble. The investment with Eric didn't work out, and we've got some debt we're trying to manage. We were hoping maybe you could help us out, just until we get back on our feet. I let the silence stretch out. Counted to 10 in my head. How much do you need? Well, $30,000 would really help us catch up on. Money's tight right now, I said, cutting him off. Maybe you should try getting a real job first, instead of relying on handouts. Excuse me? You heard me. That's what you told me when I asked for $8,000 to start a real business. Remember? At Sunday dinner? When Eric laughed and you didn't say a word? That was different. You were young. It was risky. No, Dad. What was risky was giving Eric $260,000 total over 10 years and getting nothing back. That was risky. I asked for $8,000 and you said no. He tried arguing. Said family helps family. Said I was being petty. Said Eric was going through a hard time and I should be more understanding of their situation. I just replied, you're right about one thing. Family does help family. Grandpa taught me that when he gave me $3,000 and believed in me when you wouldn't. Then I hung up. Eric texted me 2 hours later. A long paragraph about how I was tearing the family apart and being selfish. How they were proud of my success, but I needed to remember where I came from. I replied with one sentence. I remember exactly where I came from. That's why I'm not coming back. I blocked his number after that.